Hey guys, before we start, please make sure to stay until the end. We're going to talk about common mistakes people make that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Stay with us, we'll explain what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Super quick, very helpful video for any of you having a problem where you have a GMC Terrain that overheats. Okay, you wonder what causes that. What can cause your GMC Terrain, that generation 2010 to 2017 to overheat? Please guys, do not waste any money on parts, tools, diagnostics until you watch that video. It could be quite simple fix. And by the way guys, if you need to buy any replacement parts, tools, fuses, relays, guys, we'll share the information in the description of the video below. Check it out and you can see where we get most of our tools and supplies from as well. So let's start on it now. Before we guys start, let us tell you quick a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos showing you how to fix engines, transmissions, engine codes, fuses, relays. And by the way guys, on that generation GMC Terrain, we're going to have more than 150 videos alone for fuses, relays, why things don't work, how to fix them. Check it out, why we make those things to save you money guys. Let's say you're in the middle of nowhere, you need to find a fuse for a fuel pump. You just come to the channel, watch the video for a minute or two, replace it, you're back on the road. And on our YouTube channels we have more than 19,000 free repair videos guys that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. So let's start on it now. If you guys have a problem that causes your GMC Terrain to overheat, before we start, multiple things can cause that and we will explain what we see quite often in the garage. But the first thing you want to check is some very important fuses. We're talking fuses that will control the radiator fan, relays for the radiator fans, and we're talking about engine management fuses that can control the coolant temperature sensor in the radiator fan as well. So first we'll check that, we'll show you where they're located, then we'll explain what we see most often here at the garage, but always start with the fuses and the relays. Now, quick advice from us, 9 out of 10 owners guys do not know there will be hidden fuse boxes in that GMC Terrain. That's why I made a special video on our YouTube channel that's called GMC Terrain Fuse Box Location and Diagram video that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs. Let's open the hood guys. When you open the hood facing the engine now, here guys, on the right side, the driver's side, that's a brake fluid reservoir. Next to it is the main engine fuse box. You have one clip here and one there. Release them, leave the cover up, and underneath you're going to find a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we guys continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is guys very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the JK's fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume guys that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse, sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen guys at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. Fuses and relays that we need to check guys. The first fuse that we need to check is fuse number 1 right here. Then you need to guys, check fuse number 2 right there, check that one as well. Next you need to check guys relay 58, which is that relay right there. After that we need to guys find relay 60. You may have this one or may not. Okay, this relay 60 and relay 69 right here. Next you need to check fuse number 20 right there, fuse number 20. Then we need to check fuse number 42, which is that fuse right here. Then check fuse number 52. You have fuse number 53 under that relay right there. And you need to check relay 66, which will be that relay. So those are the main fuses and relays we need to check. What else can cause that? Let's explain now. Guys, those fuses are for radiator fan, engine management, turning the fan on and all that stuff, coolant temperature sensor. But if your GMC Terrain overheats, now guys, if you you need to be safe now. Okay, coolant could be hot, dangerous, it can spray on your eyes, but let the car sit overnight. Next morning, next day when it's cold, the engine is completely cold, do not start it. Check the coolant level. If you're low on coolant, that can cause it to overheat easily as well. We've seen that happen. If you recently replaced thermostat, coolant, temperature sensor, radiator hose, radiator, anything that involved draining the coolant, if you did not bleed the cooling system, that can cause it to overheat. Always bleed the cooling system. Bleeding the cooling system will remove air from the system and it will cause the coolant to flow freely. Otherwise, it can cause severe overheating. Next, that we see here at the garage, make sure you don't have coolant leaks. Coolant leaks will cause overheating as well. Coolant leaks can be caused by multiple things, such as even a bad water pump. I think the water pump on most four-cylinder engines on this GMC Terrain, they're actually driven by the timing chain. Next, what you want to check, one of the most common things we see at the garage is a thermostat. This is that device that regulates the engine temperature. This is a thermostat. What it does, guys, when the engine temperature engine reaches a certain temperature, like this one is 95 degrees Celsius, it's usually stamped on the thermostat, it will open and it will let cold coolant come in the engine. If it's stuck in closed position, that can easily cause overheating. Even if it's stuck open and doesn't regulate the temperature correctly, that can cause overheating too. It could be bad coolant temperature sensor, guys, sending the wrong information to the engine computer as well. So test your coolant temperature sensor. Now, if that checks out fine, okay, of course it could be other things. It could be bad radiator fan. You need to test your radiator fan. You checked fuses relays for the radiator fan, but you need to test your radiator fan. If the radiator fan does not work, check the connection for the coolant temperature sensor and check the signal wire coming from the engine computer to the radiator fan. We've seen where it's internally broken, or we've seen where the engine computer has internal fault that causes the fan not to work. What we did in that case, we removed the ECU, the engine computer, sent it on eBay. There is a company that fixes them, got it back. We didn't have to do any programming, we installed it, everything was perfect. Next, it could be mechanical problems such as blown head gasket, cracked cylinder head, or cracked engine block, which you hope it's not. But if you want to know what are the symptoms of blown head gasket, symptoms of bad head gasket, we'll have videos on our YouTube channels that will, guys, teach you all about that step by step. And always make sure you use the correct type of coolant. Using the wrong type of coolant can cause hoses, seals and stuff like that to start leaking as well in the future. So guys, this generation GMC Terrain, it has all kinds of different kinds of fuses and relays, especially if you go in the engine compartment fuse box, you can see. Now, those could be sometimes hard to find. We'll recommend to always keep some spares in the glove box for peace of mind, because if you're in the middle of nowhere, guys, okay, and you need to find a replacement fuse for the fuel pump, you don't have one, you may be stuck there, so get some. We'll share the information in the description of the video below where you can get them from. Check it out, and that's where we get most of our tools and supplies from. Hopefully the video will be helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you for watching, see you next time.